Before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to try something so simple it will take you less than 60 seconds. But what your body does next might genuinely surprise you. Take a small amount of pure coconut oil, just enough to coat your fingertip, and gently massage it along your gum line, upper and lower, for about 30 seconds. Pay close attention to what you feel almost immediately, because that subtle softening, that mild cooling, that quiet sense of relief you notice right away is not your imagination. That is your body responding to direct sensory input in real time. Coconut oil contains a naturally occurring fatty acid called lauric acid, and the moment it contacts the soft tissue of your gums, it begins interacting with the surface membrane of bacteria present in your oral environment, while also stimulating the nerve endings woven throughout your gingival tissue. Those nerve endings connect directly to branches of the trigeminal nerve, one of the primary cranial nerves governing sensation across the entire face and oral cavity, which is why even this small act can produce such an immediate and noticeable feeling. If you are doing this right now alongside me, drop a comment and tell me what you noticed first. Was it the softness, the cooling sensation, the sudden awareness of your gum line, or just how alive that tissue felt the moment you touched it? Because your body is always sending signals, and most people have simply never been taught how to listen. Now, here is where the real science becomes fascinating. Your mouth is far more than an entry point for food. It is one of the most complex and biologically active environments in your entire body. Living inside your mouth right now is a vast microbial ecosystem containing hundreds of different species of bacteria, along with enzymes, immune cells, blood vessels, connective tissue, and an intricate network of nerve fibers, all of them active, all of them communicating, all of them influencing each other constantly. When that ecosystem falls out of balance, even slightly, your body begins signaling you through symptoms like gum sensitivity, persistent dryness, morning odor, or that uncomfortable, filmy feeling on your teeth and tongue when you wake up. That morning feeling is not random. While you sleep, your body naturally reduces saliva production because the swallowing reflex slows and the demand for active digestion drops. And saliva, which most people drastically undervalue, is one of your mouth's most important protective tools. It neutralizes acid, flushes away bacteria and food debris, maintains the balance of your oral microbiome, and keeps delicate gum tissue hydrated and protected. When saliva decreases overnight, certain odor-producing bacterial populations experience far less resistance and begin thriving more aggressively, which explains why even people with excellent hygiene habits can still experience morning breath. Coconut oil has been used across generations and cultures in various oral care traditions, precisely because of how it interacts with the lipid membranes of certain microorganisms. And while this is not a clinical prescription, the physiological responses it creates are real and measurable. But let us go even further, because what is happening in your mouth right now connects to something much bigger. The moment any meaningful sensory stimulus reaches your mouth, whether it is taste, texture, temperature, or the sensation of massage, your brain initiates what scientists call the cephalic phase response, an extraordinary communication pathway between your nervous system and your digestive system that begins preparing your body for biological activity before any food has even been swallowed. Your salivary glands accelerate, your stomach lining begins activating digestive secretions, your gut signals readiness. This means digestion is not a process that starts in your stomach, it starts in your brain, triggered by sensory experience, which is a profoundly important piece of physiology that most people were never taught. Your gums, which many people think of as passive background tissue, are actually vascular, neurologically active, and immunologically alive. Tiny capillaries run throughout them. Immune surveillance cells patrol them constantly. Connective fibers anchor your teeth while responding dynamically to pressure and chemical environment. What happens at your gum line is not isolated to your mouth. Research has continued to explore the connections between oral tissue health and systemic physiological processes because the mouth truly is one of the body's most significant biological gateways. Coconut oil also contains plant-derived compounds with antioxidant properties that have been studied for their potential role in helping tissue manage oxidative stress, one of the underlying processes associated with cellular aging and tissue breakdown over time. This is not a claim that a fingertip of coconut oil will solve everything. That is not the point. The point is that your body is extraordinarily responsive to small, intentional, sensory-rich habits. And sometimes, the most meaningful health practices are the ones where you can feel the response happening in real time. So tonight, before you sleep, try this. Massage that small amount of coconut oil along your gum line. Notice how your tissue feels. Notice the sensation in your mouth. Notice how aware and awake your senses become from something this small and this simple. And then in the morning, notice what is different. Notice how your mouth feels when you first wake up. Notice whether that filmy coating feels reduced. Notice whether your gums feel less tender. Your body communicates constantly through sensation, and those quiet early signals are the ones worth paying attention to before they become something louder. If you have active mouth sores, a known sensitivity to coconut oil, or any oral condition currently being treated, please skip this and consult your provider first. But if you are simply curious about what your body is capable of noticing, try this tonight and tell me tomorrow exactly what changed. I hope this finds you well. Please pass it along to someone you care about, leave your experience in the comments, and above all, make it a truly great day. I am Dr. Leana.